If you are not attracting the kind of money that you desire, that means you're probably sabotaging your attraction of money because you are a magnet. And if you're not attracting the kind of money you want, then you're sabotaging it. If you haven't yet watched the other video on the 5 beliefs to adopt this year to attract more wealth, please do so because that's going to shed more light on this particular topic. My name is Padma Ali from padmaali.com, and I'm here to help you create spiritual expansion by helping you live your purpose. And by you living your purpose, you're also going to create expansion spiritually. They go hand in hand. And in the process, I want you to attract so much money that you can not only live comfortably and have the experiences you have, but also create that expansion for other people in your life or other causes that you believe in. This is really how money works. Money is a beautiful energy exchange between two people, to communities, whatever it is, like it's an exchange. And so we're going to be talking today about the thing that you may be doing that is sabotaging you from attracting more wealth into your life. So let me ask you this before we dive into what is the way you're sabotaging it, how to stop yourself from sabotaging it, and what can you do instead? That's what we're going to be focusing on. So let me ask you this. How do you feel when you open up your bank account? How do you feel when someone pays you? How do you feel when you don't get paid? How do you feel when you're spending money? How do you feel when you are looking at, if your child asks you, I want you to buy this for me, and it feels like a lot of money? How do you feel? This is going to show you where you're sabotaging yourself. Okay? Because that is going to shed light to you, because your feelings precede your thoughts. Your thoughts then create the action. So however you feel is how you're creating or miscreating in your life. This is going to be the precedent of what I'm going to be talking about right now. So the one way that I see this with a lot of people around how they sabotage attracting more wealth is where they place their attention. If you are paying a bill, if you open up your bank account, if your thought is on, I don't have enough, how am I going to pay? Oh my God, I'm going to have to pay this. Now that means my bank account is going to reduce this much. This is how my credit card bill is. I want to buy this, but I don't. And then someone pays you and you're receiving it. And that also creates a little bit of like, either you're like feeling entitled for that money, or you are, this is a lot of money. How can I accept this? I see this a lot with business owners, not with people who have a 9-to-5 job. For some reason, they've compartmentalized receiving the money and the work that they do. But if you're an entrepreneur and you have money issues, you have difficulty receiving money, that is a sign that you're sabotaging it. And that is where your attention is. Wherever you put your attention is what expands. Not say me, this is how the law of the universe works. Whatever we put our attention to expands. Like, if you have young kids, if you have kids in your life, right, you probably see that the more nurture you give them, the more they're going to flourish. Forget kids, you may not have kids, but if you have plants at home, if you don't nourish and your plants, they're not going to flourish. It is the attention you give anything you have in your life. That is what expands. If you don't give it the attention, not going to expand. And if you give it the wrong attention, that is also going to expand. Everything is energy. So if your attention is on, I don't have enough, this is a lot of money, this is too much, any of those things is only going to expand more and more in your life. When you're paying the barista and you're like, wow, that coffee is $10. Like, what is the energy you're putting out, right? So, or when you're paying an employee, what is the energy behind it? All of those things is what is going to expand. And that is how you're sabotaging it, because your attention is on the wrong thing. Your attention is on lack. Your attention is on, I don't have enough. Your attention is on, this is too much money. That is where your attention is. And hence, that is what expands more and more in your life. The lack is what expands. This is why go back to the other video, write down those top 5 beliefs that is important for you to have in order to attract more money. Subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and family. These are the different ways not only can you break through your money beliefs, you can also help others break through their money beliefs. Okay, so if you are, so I want you to be a hawk when it comes to your thoughts around money. If your attention is on lack, you want to nip it in the bud now, today, right this moment. And the way you do that is by just saying, I'm not available for this. When I work with my clients, I lead them through a whole process. We do this work where we are digging, taking the roots out of the whatever is holding them back from creating the money and expansion that they want to create in their own life. We clear it from the roots, not only from a brain perspective, but from an energetic perspective. So once it is cleared, then you can truly just live your life the way you want to live, and you will attract opportunities, life experiences that will bring you more wealth into your life. So let go, notice, and let go of where you're putting your attention on. So this is what you can do instead in order to attract more money. This is a practice that I have shared in my podcast, I've shared with a lot of people. This has worked amazingly well for me, and it has worked really well for a lot of my clients and people from my listening to my podcast. It's called Create Your Vibrant Life Podcast. Go subscribe to that as well. So this is one habit that you want to absolutely adopt if your attention is on lack, okay? So anytime you pay, anytime, even if it is $5, $2, does not matter, whatever you're paying, or if it is maybe like hundreds of thousands of dollars, I don't know, whatever you are paying, that is going out of your hands into someone else's, you want to bless that money, bless it. Thank you. Thank you for giving me these life experiences. I am so grateful. Thank you for this coffee. Thank you for this home. Thank you for this furniture, whatever it is that you are buying. Thank you for the service. Thank that person that even in the grocery store, thank the farmers, go back, thank the earth, thank the earth for being able to allow this food to be grown. Thank the animal, thank whatever you are buying, thank it, bless it, and ask it to return back to you multifold. Thank it, bless it, imagine it flourishing, like, the barista, the coffee makers, the coffee shop, everything is like just flourishing. And then that money is returning back to you multifold. This is one of the key things that you can do in order to attract more money. Actually, there are 2 things. This is the one thing. I'm going to share with you another piece to this. And so once you practice this, where you're saying thank you, and you're letting it go, and you're blessing, and you're inviting it to come back to you multifold, as a second step to this. And that step is paying attention to whenever you receive any money. Paying attention, put it in your notebook. If someone gives you a gift of flowers, if someone buys you lunch, if someone buys you coffee, if you find a penny on the floor, on the ground when you're walking, when you get paid, keep a note of that and say, thank you. Thank you for this money. Thank you for this life experience. Thank you. Acknowledge the money coming in, because again, what you focus your attention on expands. And when you focus your attention on this is going to expand more in your life. It's going to expand more abundance because you're grateful. You're grateful for what you're receiving. I give this example to my children, because sometimes children are, especially the children that I have and you probably have, they are growing up very privileged. And sometimes they don't acknowledge, they don't see the value because it's not hard earned. I didn't have very much when I was growing up. We lived like 7 people in a 1-bedroom house. Like that's how I grew up, and that was the norm. So when I got things, I was very appreciative of it. I don't see that with my kids, and chances are your kids do the same. So I tell my kids this. So say they, they love drawing, and they come and give me a little drawing that they did. And I tell them, thank you for this gift. How does that feel? And they're like, oh, it makes me feel good. And if I tell them, and then I ask them, if I tell you that this sucks, why did you make this? You made this? Like, really? Like, you made this? If I say that, how are you going to feel? And they're like, oh, I won't like that. I will feel very sad and hurt and upset. I was like, great. That is exactly. And then I asked them, will you want to give me more of those paintings or whatever you're drawing, you're making? And they say, no, I don't want to give you more after that because you don't like what I made. I said, that's exactly how it works. If you're not grateful for what you have, then you're not going to be able to receive more, because the universe is going to be like, you don't appreciate this? No problem. I'm not going to give you more of that. So this is how you can stop sabotaging yourself from receiving money. And this is how you can create more. Stop paying attention to the negatives, the lack, and pay attention to more of what you're receiving. Be grateful, bless the money, have it go and bless and come back to you multifold. So subscribe to this channel. You'll get more of these things where you can grow spiritually, you can live your purpose, you can do what you came here to do. And I will see you on another video. You take care.